to revise what we have done in the past class. Okay, so we have done few changes in the SCCM console. Okay, start this different machine. This domain controller of Neo SCCM server. So what we have done is we did a build and cat task sequence. For that we use the Windows 7 DVD, right? So Windows 7 DVD is we copy pasted the contents of source the DVD, okay, somewhere here, okay, and the source operating system deployment Windows 7 DVD, and then we try to create the package. However, if you look at this is a R2, okay, R2 with SP2, so you don't have an option to create as a package here. Okay, this package cannot be accepted in the build and capture. It requires the .vim file. Okay, vim file format. So what I've done is, or we can choose either way. This method. Either that or DVD. We can choose also method. Okay, so two options. I did not explain last time, but either you have to choose a Vim file, then convert into the DVD based if you want. And if you don't want to use Vim file format, you can use that. Okay. So what we have done is we pasted this and we created a package here. Okay. And here, and we tried to actually create a task sequence out of this package. It's not giving an option. Okay. While creating, it was not given option. So what we have done is we choose an install.vim file. Okay. So install.vim file is available out of DVD source and the source. Here, if you filter out with the Vim file, there are two files. One is a boot Vim file, and the other one is the install.vim. So we use the install Vim, which is called vanilla Vim. Okay. Since we wanted to create a task sequence, we use that. So now and give you the back that install.vim, you can use this also package, but it was not given while creating the task sequence option. Okay, but after creating, you can change it. Okay, if you go here, okay, operating system deployment, there's a Vim file. Okay, install.vim. If you use this as a package, okay, if you look at here, the DVD package is Win7 DVD. So this will give you the option to choose the package as Win7. Okay, I know either you can use this, okay, or you can use this. Both would be the same, but the only difference is this would be the if you choose this package, this is install.vim, and this is the source of the Win7 DVD. Okay? So as per the task sequence, what are the steps it is going is it started WinPE and then formatted. Since machines are related, it has chosen because of these conditions. And these conditions got skipped because it's not UEFI model, and then the operating system package, and then machine, and point to the work group because syspip doesn't work on domain mode, so it must to be in a work group. So it is in a work group mode, and the device drivers, and then install the SCCM client, and the installation properties has been come up from the install client push installation properties. Okay. And the toolkit, we disabled the install application because we are not confident on what we plan on this. Because I don't remember just to show up this, we created something else. So I just disabled this and I used this framework toolkit package. Okay. And then, it has prepared the client because client will have a GID. Good idea would be these, it contains the SCCM client. So that to be removed, it has taken out, then prepare operating system so that it removes the SIDs, then captures. So capturing phase was started while you are doing on one of the machine. It has captured here. If you remember, if you see the source and capture OSD, it's the same path, right? It has captured here. We got the Vim file. Got it? Fine.
Yeah, fine.
And the machine, if you remember, the machine has, once the captured has completed, will restart, and this kind of wizard came. Okay, So I haven't done anything. This we don't bother about this because what we wanted out of build and capture is we wanted the Vim file. Okay, so we have the Vim file and we don't care what it is, and it's going to be happen to this machine because we leave further. All we wanted is we just want the Vim file, so that's why I shut down this machine. Okay, now go back to here, and what do is can okay do is I'll just take this Vim file, okay, the capture Vim file, copy, okay, just cut it to from here to that has here 7, okay, okay, this is beta example, okay, here, okay. So I have to create now a package similar to here, okay, which is the beta, okay, because remember what we're trying to do is share this now. Okay, so what we have done is actually we have taken one machine, right, and we have machine, okay, and this machine is the build and capture, that is called reference machine, right? We call it as a reference machine. Do you remember? Right? This is a reference machine. Yeah. This reference machine converted into a format called Vim format, right? So what is the ultimate goal is Vim file should be deployed to thousands of your computers, no matter how many machines you have. So it deploy this Vim file on all these computers. What will happen? Whatever the operating system was there in this Vim file, that gets deployed. So what we have here, if what we have is here, we have in this file, in the task sequence, two software also there. So this software also should be available. Remember? Got it?
Got it.
Okay. So that's the ultimate goal. So that's good. That would be the end of the goal or build and capture, right? So I've been creating a task sequence. If I create, okay, I have to create out of this, the Vim file, okay. So in this case, the Vim file beta package should be created. So I'm going to create that package, okay. The source is beta. If anybody has a doubt, please let me know why we are creating this. Okay. Captured Vim file, which I have to create, okay, as I said, the efficient image, and then if we are going to deploy this Vim file to thousands of machines, okay. So I'm going to here install image, add image, okay, here this, okay, and this is a beta version, so beta, okay, so beta, alpha, beta, goal, something like that, you can set it in your production, okay. So we have beta version, which is we just created, and this must be distributed to the so I'll bring that right away. Okay, next. So D is getting crashed, okay. I would be creating here a token called deploy an existing image, okay. So this is last radio button which we would be choosing. Next, okay. So now deploy, okay, image of Win7, okay, Win7 image. I want to deploy this, you can choose it, and my boot image would be this one, yeah, okay. This is excellent. We created, this is the one we have created, okay. So image package is this one, beta one, right? So this is the install.vim, okay. This time we are choosing this, okay, okay. And you want to do the partition format, all those things, yes. I'll come back to the BitLocker later point of time. At this point of time, I can't explain much on the BitLocker, okay, because initial stage at this point of time, okay. And if you want to know, local administrators can enable and set a password which is not recommended, but we are doing it, okay. And now this time we wanted to add this to a domain. Yes, no.
Yeah.
This is not a reference machine. Okay, we are not going to run system. We wanted the machine should be automatically joined to the domain. Yes, no.
Yes.
So my name is Tata, and this machine must be joined to workstation OU. Okay, with my some account. What was the account? Will be so I will be using domain join account, which is my administrator. In case you will be creating a account, okay, which has a permission to create, read, and write object on that specific OU. Does the action? It is successfully verified. Okay. Next, now the client gets installed. After that, this state migration point, I'll come back to these steps. Okay. After this, deployment is success. I would come to this later point of time. But now, we can remove all these checkboxes and then install dates if you want. In this test case, I'm not going to cover. With other applications, for example, because this has already a test application. So now Windows 7 is ready to deploy. Yes, no, right? So just look on your package, the beta package. It's beta. Yeah, it has already distributed. It's quick actually. Now what I'll do, advertise this task sequence, okay, to a machine, right? So here what I'm going to do is this time, I would be creating another machine, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Clear? Okay, this is what I can choose. Okay, this one was we used for build and capture, okay? I'm going to use the same machine, okay? For network. So what I'll do is I'll just press F12, okay? Okay, well, this time, it will boot on the taxi. Okay, I can choose the task sequence I wanted. But this machine does not have a target this sequence, right? Do you see, this environment beta is nowhere have a target, okay? So what I do is I must have to create another collection, right? Like this, and then advertise. Yes, no? But it's just difficult if you look at this, okay. Yeah. What happens is earlier this machine has a target. That's it is coming up. Okay, like another machine, for example, I'll just of this. I'm not to use the same machine. I'll create a new machine. Okay. What will happen? New machine. Okay. Watching it should be internal. Next. Network installation finished. So this is a machine, okay? I'm going to start. For this, I must have to share. So this is code created now, right? So I'm just going to start this machine. If you look at here, it is not further proceeding. It's getting the DHCP IP. Do you see? Guys, yeah. Consulting?
Yeah.
So what is happening is it is not getting any IPs. The reason is this MAC ID does not have a target, or GID does not have a target. Okay. So 2 steps. Okay. Either you should MAC ID. Okay. Fine. The right 0118. So you must have to. You have to MAC ID, right?
Yeah.
what we have done, we did imported, right, this machine, we had in a SCCM server. Here we went to devices and import computer, okay, field computer, and we gave for example HYD, okay, HYD hyphen, okay, HYD TC for example, P01 example, okay. Here what we have done is we we enter ID, then like we targeted to all example or directly like this, and then got created, okay. After that the machine should be created. If you look at it, that's getting right. So last time what we have done is we did created like this an entry in the last recording session, if you could see. Okay, where is the mission? We just created a mission, right? So it should be available here, and I should see admin P test PC. There should be a device called one came, right? So this what we have done is this machine created another collection. For example, here we went to devices collection called different example, okay, and then choosing all systems is a limit, and then we added, okay, that machine. Okay, let me add that. Once I created, okay, deploy Win7, right click, add resource. So the resource name is PC01, right? We just created this one example. So if I refresh this collection, okay, I have a machine, okay. So refresh, yeah. So what the machine is part of this collection. What we have done is we went here and instead of BC, okay, this time what we'll do, we'll deploy. Okay, if we don't do this, what is happening? It is still not booting, okay. It's still not getting to boot from the network, right? This machine is not able to boot. This ID should have a target. If you look at it was exited. This, okay, earlier it was not proceeded, okay, but this time what happened? This is, but it's Pexi boot aborted. Two type of address we saw. There was no IP address because this machine nowhere referenced in the SCCM console. That's why it has failed. Now created entry. Now it has failed with the aborted because this does not have any. Okay, let's see. I'll show you the log file. Okay, have a look on this log file, which is important to you. Go to profiles. Okay, yeah. Then in this case, C. Okay. In log. This has the log called SCCM Pexi. If you look at this, okay, it has aborted. Okay, no advertisement found for the MAC ID. Do you remember, guys? This is a MAC ID which we are talking about, right? So 00155D, okay, D380380118. This is MAC ID, right? This machine try to boot. Okay, if I do here, okay, once again, okay, start. Okay, if I do control, what is happening is, it says no boot. See, it said that abort because no advertisement found. Okay, this resource does not have what? No MAC ID. Got it? Yeah. That it is aborting. Okay, what we have to do now? We have to. Okay, so that we are doing now. So here, what we're going to do is deploy Win7. Okay, and this apply. And available, that's happening is now it has advertisement. If you go back here, okay, go to machine properties, there should be a deployment target. This sequence which has this. So when search now there, what will happen? Let's see. Okay, I just open the log file as well as I'm going to start the machine. Okay, now it will ask me to press. Okay, let me do press F12. So press F12, it will boot. Okay. So I pressed F here. Okay, it's booting. It will here. This is okay. Has found an optional advertisement. Okay, and looking for boot image is this one, and it is booting. If you look here, the boot image is this P10C, right? So this is the one which is trying to load. Now it's loading, right? So these are the logs which we have to talk about the logs. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
It's booting the log file. We should look. Okay, SMS pexi.log file. So it's booted. Now you should have idea that whenever they want to build, what we have to do, we have to import either MAC ID, SM ID to SM collection from devices, import computer, a single or a file based computer name, either this or this. You have to enter, right?
Yes. Yes.
But imagine if you have thousands of machines, it's not possible practically. Yes, no.
Yes.
So if I enter in between, okay, the password, I have to see the task sequence. If I click next, it provides further. But I don't want to do that. Okay, I want to cancel this. Okay, for next, I want to show you something else. Okay, so thousands of machines when you have, it is difficult that you cannot import every machine every time, right? What is the alternative step? Okay, let's go to the devices, and this time we will delete this PC. Okay, which one? PC01. Okay, I'm just deleting this. That means they will be there for this machine, right? And also I'll delete the deployment 7, right? So this will have any targets. Okay, let's delete this target also. And also I'm deleting. Okay, and the mean show any member. If you look at it will be in it. Okay. So the machine also gone from 8 to 7 it became. So the machine is not there. Okay. Yes, no.
Yeah.
Okay. What I'll do is now this time there's a new method called let me update. Okay. Okay, I go back to one of the settings which I promised. I'll explain more. If I go to distribution point and Pexi service point, explain about this password in a past class, right? So where the password option is when I did explain this. Okay, now I'll explain this one. Okay, I did explain hello this distribution point to respond to coming Pexi request. That means when exactly, if you look at the file which I was explaining to you, trying to query like this, okay, to find that advertisement, okay, it respond, okay, that option which is this, okay, and the option called this one, enable unknown computer support, right? Got it. Talking about this, okay. So what does it means? It means that if a machine, assume that there is a machine. What is a device? There's a device. It was never connected to SCCM server, and you don't know MAC ID or you don't know GUID. For example, I've been talking about GUID. What is a GUID? GUID is this one. Okay, you look at this number, number 57. Okay, this ID or this MAC ID you never imported in the SCCM console, or you never have. If you have any test PC, example, this PC is the test PC. It's a known computer. This MAC ID already knows to SCCM server. Look at here. Can't be unknown. This can't be unknown computer. Okay. Got it? This can't be unknown. What is the unknown computer? Unknown computer means it never been known to SCCM server. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. You will enter encounter this kind of situation, say example, you a PC from your Dell, uh, but in thousands of machines or hundreds of machines to your company, those completely unknown to SCCM server. It was never communicated. It was never part of your infrastructure, right?
Yeah.
That kind of machines are unknown, and you wanted to reimage them, right? You wanted to apply operating system with your own standards, with your own applications. Yes?
Yes.
No. So that kind of things called unknown. So what I will be doing is, so that is the case. Okay, you take this checkbox and click apply OK, and then what you do is you deploy the Win7 image, deploy to something called unknown computers. Okay, here are unknown computers. There is a question already, right? We have been looking into this, but as I promised, last time, I will explain what is this later point. Okay, now it's a time to explain. So all unknown computers are two types. One is x64-bit hardware architecture. Other one would be the 32-bit architecture. So most of the computers are 64-bit nowadays. Okay, but what we have to do, we have to advertise to this. So we advertise to that collection. So I'm going to do this now. See, unknown computers I'm going to target. So this has a two count. One is 64 and 32 bits. Okay, unknown. That means I never know. Okay, right? Apply.
Yeah.
Okay, mode. Okay, these are the common settings which I have been explaining from this software distribution time. Now it has advertised. If you look at the deployment of this collection, it has one deploy. So I think this was never been, never what, never. This machine was never turned as a known machine to SCCM server, right? We did even delete, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this machine, see what happens, the magic. So it is asking to press F12 now, right?
Yes.
Yes, no. Pressed F12, it's booting.
Yeah.
I get the task sequence even.
Got it.
What happens? This gets deployed, and operating system will be deployed. Clear?
Yeah.
Yes, no.
Yes.
So we have talked today. We talked about two things. Okay, one is the build and capture. We revised, and there's a small step change. One is from here also you can install if you choose this. Okay, this button. But while creating, you cannot choose this option. Okay, at the first time you show as a mandatory some of the Vim file format. For example, install.vim. In fact, that also can be used for the reference machine to capture. Okay. After that, you can, or if you want, you can reference this as the package. Okay. After that, we did created a deploy Win7 task sequence. Okay. By using the captured Vim file, which is one. Okay. So this has the what? This has what? This has your complete page of reference machine disk. Okay. So here it is booted with that boot image. We enter my super secret password 123 and then next. So the task sequence, right? I can click next. What happens? This gets formatting, and then quite simple same as it gets started. Then the operating system. If you press F8 key, okay, what happens? Is open, right? You notice? I just pressed F8, okay, from my keyboard. Okay, you have a trace log. Okay, I'm trying to explain now the log files and shooting section. Okay, concentrate. CM trace. You type CM trace, which is your best friend. Okay, here it is already integrated, and you're able to use the log file. What are the log files? While you're doing operating system, okay, you always get log called SMS. TS log. This is a log file. Okay, so this is file which normally this log file changes 3 times into 3 different phases. Okay, before formatting, log will be in a drive. Okay, formatted, it goes C drive. Okay, I mean operating system that after that phase it goes to C. Okay, in medium it would be C is nothing but E here. Okay, it is applying to E. Okay, so it just formatted. So here it is local. Okay, temp directory as well as this is a log. Okay, which is formatting and apply, right? So apply. So what log, whatever the errors you encounter, should the SMS.log file, which will be available in 3 different places. Got it? One would be the, okay, places. One would be the X drive here. Okay, SMSTS log under X. After that, it goes to SMSTS Windows temp. Okay, temp directory till okay. After this, the log file goes to your C drive. In this case, it is E drive for now. Okay, so it will deploy here. Okay, and then there would be log file gets created. There you get log file. That's the second phase. Third phase would be after that under CCM. Okay, under logs SMSTS.log file would come into here. Okay, okay, later point, not now. Okay, this is not today's. Okay, if you look at 15th. Okay. So this is how you will look into the logs. Okay, if you opens command window, it never reboot the machine. Okay, or for some reason it got failed also. What will happen? See, it has. Okay, so it is apply the swing file. For some reason it has failed. Okay, how do you troubleshoot now? So you have to go to your. If you say restart now, what will happen? Restart, right? No.
Yes.
What will happen is it actually restarts, but since I open already command window, it will restart. It gives me time to troubleshoot. Okay, I'll just trace a log. Okay, it's just log. So this way it has failed. Why it has failed? I'll look into it. Okay, almost failed. Okay, this means the IP is lost. This could not be solved. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So in my window, if I type ipconfig, it was there, but you're not able to create your SCCM server. Okay, that could be the one. Let's say NH is not local. Okay, this is a abuse, right? So it is trying to machine. Let's say it is able to resolve hard and actually, right? So after this, host not able to find. We'll try in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay, this is so a few times and then it has failed. Okay, so this is R2 and R2 has a small bug. Okay, let me explain that bug. Okay, give me a second. There is a bug related to SMS retry version. Okay, SCCM 2012 R2 retry. There is a 2 variables which should be retry delay should get it, and it is 2 should be added to the task sequence in the before the execution started. That's one of the bug in R2. Oh, that should be here. This is the one. These two, should set. Okay, this is no issue. Okay, this is not applicable to every machine. Okay, whenever you are failing, okay, you can set this this step for example. Task equal, okay, and enter count equal and 5. And another one would be the delay be 15 minutes, 15 times, 50 seconds. Sorry. So I'll go here, copy paste. Okay. Let's tab with okay. Count value equivalent 15.5. Okay. And if I run the same task sequence, okay, how can I run it? I can close, and that's F12 this time. Okay, that's fine. So file, whether it's booting or not, to find out this is a log, right? As soon as c dot log file, it is booting. The changes you have done to the SCCM server, that should be for example, I have edited this, right? So count, okay, so it should be automatically value should be changed. So if you look at monitoring, okay, you go to your best friend, another best friend, all status messages, there is a policy, okay, policy provider would change componency. Policy provider has changed. That means it's ready to the modified, it has actually distributed the changes, okay, and policies changes. So if a new machine require a policy, okay, it will get the latest changes, okay. Pick next, okay, time HV, okay. Okay, well, put further. So what happens? This gets the system deployed, right? If you want to capture, what you have to do, you want to capture, in the previous class session, you can do it by build and capture. Okay, for example, this is one, right? Yeah. So you can capture this, restart this machine. Okay, F12. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run. I'm going to watch. Okay, once again the build and capture. Okay, just to show you. Okay, meantime, this way doing the installation. Okay, deployment. Okay, here it's once again I'm going to show you. Okay, the only changes in the capture this time. Of the install Vim. Okay, you are deploying from the DVD. When you are deploying from DVD, very similar steps like next, all those options will come. Okay, really similar to when you deploy from your operating system or DVD based deployment. The similar steps will come with an automated way. Okay.
Okay.
So BD task one should be only required, right? So before Windows 7, doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not the second machine.
Okay. So these are not concentrating in that case. which we are trying to build and capture. Okay, this task sequence will the oscillation and then capture it. In fact, we've done it earlier, but still we're trying to show you once again this one, because it is getting deployed the Vim file. Okay, similar time, and within that time we can offer one more time, we can give it try. So this sequence this time it has failed with applying Vim to so and so out this time with a different error or the error. Okay, 70 applying image 1 from so to image 1 to why it is applying to E is with that. I just want to go here server and have a look on it. Beta properties image. This is to be there. Okay, is null. Okay. Okay. So task sequence, what is there? If you look at here, it is trying to do all this which is not required. Okay, that's why it's failing. If you look at it, so what is I'll explain to you. Okay, let's go to image. Okay, here this is the beta image. When we captured, that makes 3 partitions. Okay, so the 3 partition it has captured. One is the boot partition, and the second is the actual Windows 7 partition. Third one is the other partition, which is 0 in size. Okay, so what happened is we should have only operating system partition, which is 2. But in our task sequence, this was trying to apply, and this is what trying to apply. Okay, actually only 2 should be applied, right? So just apply, and I have disabled this from here. Okay, this step. So now what happens is just it applies this and it continues. So let's restart. This has failed. Okay, fine. It has failed at this stage actually. 1. Okay, clear, cancel, and if I type exit, okay, it gets again rebooted. Okay, so deploy phase, it has failed. It's good. It failed, and you got option to land. 12, and continuously press more than one time. This kind of boot manager will come. Simply hit enter. Okay, it's booting, and this build and capture. And if you look at it, when install operating system, it like this, right? Seems it actually executing, because this DVD based in session we have not done DVD based. We did captured with the install.vim. That's why we have more than one image inside the captured Vim. So what happened is when we captured with the install Vim, it was showing more than one indexes. Okay, in fact, actually, if you try to apply with the DVD based, it will be only one will come. That to show, and also it's pushing. Password to 3. S deploy Win 7. Fast. So deployed now. It is getting to reboot. If you want to save this time, you can click on restart now so that it restarts automatically. Otherwise, within that seconds, it gets rebooted. Got it? So now what is happening? 2 task sequences running simultaneously. One for build and capture. Other one is already we captured the build one and we are deploying it. Okay. Mute lo na? Am I mute? Okay. Downloading. Yeah. ఎవరు మాట్లాడేది
లేదు ఎక్కడ అవుతుంది ఇది
I think in maybe 1-2 minutes if you're okay. Okay, give me a second. Okay, back. So the bill and capture one is already started. So I think it has done. So how monitor? Monitor. Where is the system server? SCCM server logs. Okay. This is a monitoring one. So as explained in the previous session, you can look into the component based. So in this case, task sequence engine, I want to take the component, copy this component, okay, and go to filter, put here the component. And now if you look at here, earlier it was failed, okay, this machine has failed with this error, okay, this kind of space on the machine because it's trying to apply more than one view file. That's why. If I could have see this error earlier, okay, 70701, okay, it has failed with you look at 770, okay, I could have reacted earlier only. Okay. And now two machines, one is the Win7 BC is running. If you just to filter a name where we are, just go here and put the system name. This is a step it is executed now. So this was rebooted, action, setup, build capture one. Okay, this one is executed. If you want another machine, you want to track it in similar way, go here, okay, one hack, and take your component, the component, okay, this component is this, okay, click filter, components. So this is another machine, right? Building, okay. So how do you identify? You simply, there are two machines only running with a random name. It comes, okay. So you can check this machine name and look at this component is fine. Like message, information. Okay. So it has now completed the setup installation. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So two systems, simultaneously we are trying to monitor. Minutes. This, at this phase, okay. Other is the first restart. This one. Okay. Basically. Yep. Yeah.
అక్కడ చేసేటప్పుడు చాలా ఫాస్ట్ గా అవుతూ ఉంటుంది కదా
How fast can it?
ఓకే అంటే మనకేమి స్లో అది ఏమి ఉండదుగా
అంటే this is my supercomputer, okay? You can't expect more than faster than this. Okay? This runs with 1 Gbps data speed, data transfer.
Okay.
Internally. So running the same step. See, just F5, refresh, so that the next step will come. Simply you can monitor like that, okay? So, what is another way of monitoring? What you do is you can go to the task sequences, the monitoring reports, okay, filter with a category called task sequences, okay? Here you can have another task sequence, progress, okay, status of unknown computers. For example, we have deployed one machine to unknown computers, right? So you can get the report. So this machine, it is doing it, okay. This is the one machine and progress of sequence. So in this case, you can choose and capture example. So it will show the status running. Okay. And if you click on, okay, it's not interlinked, okay, that's okay. sequence deployments. There are two actually. One is the build and capture. I click on this. This is running currently. The task sequence. Okay. I click on Windows 7 capture. This is a step at this bottom. Step 9, configuration manager. So build and capture task sequence. This one, right? Yeah. If you look at here, it is running currently. Setup configuration manager. So the same step it was, there. Okay. Server. Okay, and you can look into the logs. Be similar to status messages. Okay. Here it is at what step it is currently. Okay. So it captured the reference machine is running now. If you look at it started actually. Okay. This is the yesterday's 15th. Okay, and what's 18th should be there. Okay. This was not there. 17th. End. Set here 18th there. Okay. The step 9 build the machine. This is line 1. So still it is the same phase. If it has changed, okay, the step example. Okay, the step 9 would refresh to 10. Okay, go down. So now it is to 14th step. Okay. No. Go end. Okay. It has moved now, right? Step 2. Okay. From here to it has moved. Right? That's how you monitor if you're not in front of the computer. Okay. Rebooting now. If I reboot here, okay, and say refresh, go to end of the task sequence report. So task sequence execution completed successfully. 34 of that time, and let's reboot it. See if you look at reboot initiated by action, right? Okay, within these are the seconds times. So how it gets deployed, and this machine is getting the deployment. Okay, if you remember, we have done few deployments in the task sequence, the software deployments. If you remember, we did target a few of the deployments. So I wanted to remove all of them. Okay, the reason is why I'm doing is I wanted to show you, the client initiated some of the software, right? The CCM toolkit should automatically apply, right? So for that, come automatically. It should not come from here. So I'm just trying to remove the deployment so that. And so we did played with the maintenance windows, okay, that we wanted, but should definitely, if there are any maintenance windows, okay, I should take it out. Window, just so many windows. BGB installed. This one to have. Okay. So there's no maintenance windows. That's good. We have not pretty much. Temp all unknown or not required things. So refresh this. I should get some other updated information. Okay. Let me minimize this. The preparation of the client, and then it gets captured. Okay. And here it is the final step of the task sequence for the deployment 7. If you look at your task sequence, where is your task sequence? Go here to your task sequences. This one is almost the last step, right?
Yeah.
The station is the last step. Okay. So in a minute, this machine gets deployed and ready for the end user. This machine should have toolkit software should be already available because this was captured. This was there as part of your right.
Yeah.
So now this machine has already deployed now. Okay, if I enter, Okay. If you look at here, it has already joined to the Tata domain. Okay. If I go back to my which is my domain controller, let's share this machine. Domain controller. Okay. I hope you are able to see my active directory users in computers. See under workstation there is a new machine got created, right? This is not created. Okay. IT. So computer name it has created, and this machine is all added to the domain. So I can say administrator Tata. And see the computer name is this. If you look at the computer, say G69UU, right? The same. So, but I want to log into Tata. So what do Tata slash this? Okay, and password is my secret password. What is my password? Yeah, that's the right password. Okay. So it logs in. Okay, and if you look here, the machine going. It has prepared here the build and capture one. It has prepared all the client as well as client removed, client related GUID is removed, machine related SIDs has been removed. Now next step would be it starts from NP and captures. So that's the other step which is running on build and capture. Now if you look at here, just installed and able to log in with the domain and see you have it, right? So tool install. If you look at the installed date time for your software, which was 15th, but the today date is 18th November. So that's the capture date which we did last week, right? This is 18. The 2 days we have not taken a session, right? Remember? So installed. Got it?
Yeah.
So now what we have achieved, even the client also there. If you look at sorry, actually last 2 days. So client also installed and it is still not actions are pending. Okay, so in a minute it will get the client actions would automatically gets initiated. But if any other software is available, it will come up here in the software center.
Got it.
Okay, so this is another step which is prompting to user. In fact, these should be suppressed. You can do that of some kind of scripts. Okay, now we deployed this. Okay, give me a minute. Yeah. So done. Also joined to the machine, right? Now this is the one which is going to capture here. So the one will see, okay, how it's going on. Okay, what I can do is if you go back to your capture, here the file should create, right?
Yes.
Capture one, okay. I'll just close my domain control. I don't need it. Okay, so I'm just closing, and also now interested in capturing one of 3 images. That means it is start capture phase. If you look at here, the file is getting created, right? So 7.7 MB. If I currently refresh, the file size would increase, so automatically.
Yes.
Right? Refresh. Still not started. Looks like scanning for Y3 only. Once it's capturing, it increases and it will end up with some size, approximately 2.5 GB, something like that.
Okay.
What we have done today, we have created a picture image. We all use that image to deploy another operating system, right?
Yes.
It's a 20 now increasing the size, right? It will end with somewhere, right? Refreshing. It will with somewhere, some GB size. Okay?
Yeah.
Got it? So, I'll close this machine. So let it, run. Okay. Minimize this. Okay, run. Okay. Now, what we have done, I'm going to once again explain to you. this is your infrastructure. Very important. You build a SCCM server. Your company decided to do Windows 7. So what you have done, you've taken one machine as a reference machine. You installed with a task sequence all the required applications and settings, and then you capture this Vim file. And then what done? You use Vim file to deploy hundreds of machines or thousands of machines which you have in your right. That's what we have done now. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's move to the advanced topics of the operating system deployment now. Are you guys clear with what we have done?
Yeah.
Clear. So I will ask one by one, okay? First, Narasimha, what we have done today, the operating system deployment part 1, part 3, till that, what we have done.
Different image. Capture the image, and today we have pushed into the client unknown machines.
So if okay, that means hundreds of machines. If you have still deployed, yes, no, any machine deployed. Okay.
Yes.
If it's known or known machine means you just simply you make that machine into the collection, okay, and you it. I mean you just target it. If you know the machine, okay, what you will do? Simply deployment or the task sequence to that collection, right?
Yes.
Ram, what we have done?
ఒక పిక్చర్ ఆల్రెడీ ప్రీవియస్ క్లాస్ లో చేసిన ఇమేజ్ ని యూజ్ చేసి కొత్తగా ఒక సిస్టమ్ క్రియేట్ చేసి ఆ సిస్టమ్ ని ఫస్ట్ నెట్వర్క్ కి జాయిన్ చేసి ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయడం చూసాము. తర్వాత నెట్వర్క్ లో మనం ఏమీ జాయిన్ చేయకుండా అంతా ఆటోమేటెడ్ గా అన్నోన్ కంప్యూటర్ వచ్చి ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ అనేది ఎట్లా చేయొచ్చు అనేది చూసాం. ఇంకొక ఒక ఇమేజ్ ని క్యాప్చర్ చేయడం జస్ట్ రివిజన్ లాగా చూపిస్తున్నారు.
ఓకే, బలా అంతే కదా, యూ హ్యావ్ టు టెల్ యువర్ మైండ్.
అన్నోన్ కంప్యూటర్ అనేది మనకు అవుతుంది అనమాట. యాక్చువల్గా ఆ కంప్యూటర్ అనేది కలెక్షన్స్ లో ఉన్నా లేకపోయినా అది ఆటోమేటిక్ గా సపరేట్ కలెక్షన్ కింద ట్రీట్ చేసి అన్ని సిస్టమ్స్ లోనూ ఇన్స్టాల్ కొత్త ఏదైనా ఒక సిస్టమ్ వచ్చింది అంటే అది ఆటోమేటిక్ గా అన్నోన్ కంప్యూటర్స్ లోకి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది.
That's it. It will not go. Okay, it will not go. It treats as unknown, so that you apply it as a bare metal. The right word would be the bare metal.
Okay.
Bare metal. Unknown computer bare metal. Okay, I'll come to that. Yeah. Bala, please. Please tell with your own description in your own language. Frame it. What you have done. What done is we have taken one. We deployed a SCCM server. It is now working fine. This is your SCCM server. Okay. Then what we have done is after SCCM server, in one machine, a reference machine, okay, start sequence to this machine. Later point we capture this machine, right, to something called Vim file. Okay, here capture, right? For example, this is a Vim file.
Import
Then I use this Vim file package, and then we deployed by creating a task sequence called install an existing package. So this we use this Vim file to deploy thousands of machines. We can deploy. So
import
this Vim file, and then we apply to the number of machines. Okay, here two different points. One would be the reference machine, and the other one would be the deployment target. So your job, most of the job, first thing is build and capture. you would do every quarterly or 6 months in your company. 3 months or 6 months, some companies 12 months. Okay?
Okay.
This is a repeated job. Okay? After the image, what we do, we continuously keep on applying to the machines. Whenever a user requests to deploy his or her machine, we deploy with that. Okay?
Okay.
So completely new machine, then we use unknown collection. If we wanted existing machine to be deployed, what we'll do? So machine, we simply add that machine to the collection, right?
Yeah.
Got it? Huh? So yeah. So
Process లో కూడా available ఉంటుందా?
this gets deployed to with the STS dot now. ఇక్కడికి వెళ్తే ఎండ్ అనమాట యాక్చువల్గా. If you look here, has deployed, but it also creates a C drive, which shouldn't be do that, okay? And the OS is installed into D drive, okay? This happened just because of we use the install.vim file, okay? Not be the case actually. We could have used the captured one, this one, okay? DBSD if you could have used, okay?
Yeah.
It comes into the right way. Yeah, not a problem, okay? So, and then also now the machine got already applied, and this is fine. And creations also, if you look at test baseline, we have we will run on after 7 days. If you want to know, you evaluate it complaints, not complaint or complaint, orderly. And now if you look at antivirus also deployed, okay, system endpoint protection, okay, the different are out of date because it's never sync with the server, okay. So that's cool, right?
అన్నోన్ కంప్యూటర్ డిప్లాయ్మెంట్ చేస్తున్నాం కదా, అన్నోన్ కంప్యూటర్లు ఉంటే అవి మనకి కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ మేనేజర్ లో ఇంపోర్ట్ అవనయ్యి అందులో డిస్క్ అవనయ్యి అవే కదా.
Yes, actually.
Okay.
You never discover that machine, or you never have a reference that machine, and you treat it as that, okay.
ఇదంతా మనం డిప్లాయ్ చేయడం అయిపోయిన తర్వాత అయినా వాటిని కలెక్షన్ లోకి యాడ్ చేసే వర్క్ మనమే చేయాలి కదా భయ్యా.
Job belongs to you, okay. Doing on the console, whatever in the console and building all this, everything belongs to us, and we do it.
ఓకే ఓకే
Okay, so
కాకపోతే చెప్పింది ఏంటంటే కొత్తగా ఒక సిస్టమ్ యాడ్ చేసినప్పుడు వాటిలో డిప్లాయ్మెంట్ చేసే ఫ్లెక్సిబిలిటీ కోసం ప్రతి మెషిన్ ని మనం ఫస్ట్ ఆ నోన్ మెషిన్ కింద చేయకోకుండా ఒక ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయడానికి ఈ ఆప్షన్ యూజ్ అవుతుంది, అన్నోన్ కంప్యూటర్స్ అనే ఆప్షన్.
yeah, one of the option, that's it, nothing else, okay.
ఓకే
అన్నోన్ అయినా ఏదైనా డిప్లాయ్ చేయొచ్చు మనకి.
So what we have done is we capture that, and we can you capture one beta 1.1 as we named it, and then we create that newly created image, captured image, to and add operating system image / d is 1, then OSD 1 this time. This 1.1 is a beta. Then create. This is the image you got created. Distribute the content to your existing DPs. Okay. So we got created, and then what we have done in task sequence. Okay. Right. Deploy. So you create one more. I can create for you. Okay. Okay, let's create a folder, okay, called OSD. Okay, so OSD, new task sequence called instant existing image. So image name is maybe I'll just say 1.1. So boot image is the custom boot image which we created, right? This one we have created, okay, with all the drivers. Example, and browse 1.1 beta image. Don't go for BitLocker at this point of time, because we will do that in a minute on the next session. Add BitLocker later point, and this must be added to a domain called Tata Local and OU India Hyderabad Workstations OU. And account which I'm going to use is administrator. Okay, account password I must have must to be tested at least once with very options, so that it's working fine. Next, SMP is the next session which I'm going to take it. Okay, for now you can ignore this. If you want to include, you can include software updates, applications, and do some modifications. Okay. In this case, since it is R2, as I explained, I can I have this, bug access, okay, to my task sequence at the starting stage. So I'll just copy paste the steps which I wanted, and then I can move it with this option, like move down, up, okay, and then so this is 1.1 we created, and we copied these two steps, and then restart, then disk part. So I don't want this, okay, and this also, for example, only one drive with full format. Okay, you check it in your task sequence, for example. This one will capture, for example, apply Windows 7 beta example. So you can look at here, two partitions it has created. After that, so you need to choose this very similar to this. Okay, quick use here it was percentage wise, so I choose 100%, and then leave it everything as a blank. Okay, so I'm going to do it here, primary partition, do send drive letter. Automatically this is going to do it. Okay, so 100% variable file, or simply you create percentage. Okay, so this creates full partition if you want. Okay, like this percentage. Quick format should be, otherwise it takes time. Okay, and apply operating system 2, and this is not we need. Okay, so remove the tab by remove option. This also we don't need, so remove it, and it's the same, right? So apply. So now we have 0 format, apply, everything looks good. Now you can, what you do is you can apply your task sequence, which is this. We just edited this. If you can look at this one, all other settings are fine, looks good. So divide this with a ribbon button to unknown computers. Once again, so I can have more than one task sequence which can be available to unknown computers. So I will say next, simple steps. So what will happen? This machine already, if a machine already built, okay. For example, in this case, this if I want to rebuild this, once this has already advertised and it was there, so I can't reuse this machine, right? What I have to do? I have to, as this is not coming up, this has corrupted. So I did some check. So of any machine I have to create, so I'm going to create new machine. So I'm going to delete. To do this, network. No, should be boot from internet network. So I'm going to set this machine and say, you'll see by this time you should say. Yeah, so I'm going to start this machine, okay? So this has an already advertisement for unknown computer, so it boots and then zoom, press F12 to, do further.
Yeah.
So booting, and it should apply the latest boot vim. With this one, 0C, and the task sequence should be, you should get now 2 task sequences, right? One with the beta, and another one is the beta 1.1. 2 task sequences it should show.
Yeah.
Got it?
Got it.
So repeating many times the steps, okay? So don't confuse. Because steps would be a little bit confusing after this. Accurate password.
Okay.
You cracked it. So you have 2 images now. So which one to deploy? Definitely 1.1 which we just created, right? So click on next. So it gets deployed. Okay, an error, verify, okay? And this has C. Now earlier it was, D, E, all those things used to come. Now it is just the C. Okay, this gets deployed. Okay, this is for today's class, I would say. Okay, maybe tomorrow what we can do is this gets divided. Okay, right? Okay. If this gets divided, after that, what we'll do is tomorrow class we'll go with the advanced topics, like we'll talk about how user data to be captured. It should come automatically to a new machine side or to the same machine. What is formatted also it should come. All steps, we can talk on it. I can't, talk to half and tomorrow half. That gets a lot of confusion. So tomorrow we'll start as a fresh and review this session once again if you want. And tomorrow we can meet up. Okay? Is there any other doubts in this session?
Yes, నాకు చిన్న క్లారిటీ మీరు ప్రతిసారి మనం టాస్క్ సీక్వెన్స్ అనేది క్రియేట్ చేస్తాం కదా, ఓఎస్ని డిప్లాయ్ చేయడానికి కానీ లేదా ఇంకేనా ఒక పర్టికులర్ టాస్క్ పర్ఫామ్ చేయడానికి స్టెప్ చేయాల్సిన వర్క్స్ ని అట్లా ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ లాగా ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తున్నాం ఆ టాస్క్ సీక్వెన్స్ లో.
That the task sequences, right? Sequenced steps would be automatically done. So earlier, if you could see, partition has 3 partitions in this task sequence. If you look at here, okay, this 3 different disks it is creating, and it is causing some problem. So what I've done, so I've only one now, and there it was only some percentage, 12 GB, something like that it was. So what I've done, I choose 100%. So I have to do the changes, okay, based on my requirements.
టాస్క్ సీక్వెన్స్ లో క్రియేట్ చేసే దాంట్లోనే మనం కాన్ఫిగరేషన్స్ కూడా సెట్ చేస్తున్నాం, ఏ డొమైన్ లో దీన్ని యాడ్ చేయాలి, వర్క్ గ్రూప్ లో ఎక్కడ యాడ్ చేయాలి అని.
True, that you have done here, right? So this is the one, okay, which is adding network settings is a step which you're choosing which mine, which OU it should go.
ఇందాక నుంచి అది ఈ డీటెయిల్స్ ని ఎక్కడ ప్రొవైడ్ చేయకుండా ఆటోమేటిక్ గా ఎట్లా క్యాప్చర్ చేసుకుంటుంది, ఎట్లా తీసుకుంటుంది అది అనుకుంటున్నాను.
The step, okay, the steps are
ఓకే అందులో బగ్ ఫిక్సింగ్ అటువంటివి కూడా మొత్తం A to Z ఒక టాస్క్ సీక్వెన్స్ లో పెట్టేసి దాన్ని అప్లై చేసేస్తాం ఆ పర్టికులర్ టాస్క్.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, there would be other steps, by this time you could have already gotten question yourself that what happens if I wanted to deploy not to just to the Indian Hyderabad OU, maybe if I want to deploy for US, so okay, there's an OU, do I need to choose one for every model, every location, every time? No, go for conditional. Okay, you can set conditional here. Okay, so based on the conditions, okay, you can execute this step. For example, earlier there was a step called bypass one, okay, which was executed. The other one was, uh, if you look at this one, this was executed, this was skipped because of these task sequence variables. Okay. Similarly, what we do is we do some settings so that it's deployed based on that. Okay, based on that it would up that step. Okay, so that it joins in that step. Okay. For example, in this step, if I choose here something like that. Okay. Oh, for example, here if I choose AD site, okay, equivalent terabyte, then ID. In that case, it just goes to that. But this task sequence somewhere have to variable should be should be mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
Then only that step it would execute.
ఒకటి నాకు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మీరు ఇప్పుడు ఇండియాలో ఉండి ఆ పర్టికులర్ ఆఫీస్ ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ ఏదైతే ఉందో దానిలో ఉండి ఆ పర్టికులర్ ఆఫీస్లో ఉన్న నెట్లో ఉన్న మెషిన్స్ని ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయగలరు. అంటే యూఎస్లో ఉన్న ఏదైనా మెషిన్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలి రిమోట్లో ఉంటే చేయొచ్చా ఇట్లా?
If you task sequence, you can deploy any machine, right? You can deploy to any machine. All they have to do is they have to go here, boot network, press F12. Okay, they will be doing. So you have a guy there, okay, who puts that F12, okay, and enters that super secret password 123, okay, and he choose that task sequence and it gets deployed. That's it. His job is that.
Okay, got it.
Okay, this has been already deployed now. In fact, okay.
Okay.
It's all getting deployed.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any questions for today?
Yeah, I don't have any.
Good, right?
Yeah.
Bala?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, clear.
Clear.
So tomorrow we'll go with different sessions, like wait for another session. What we are going to tomorrow, what we are going to do is like take this machine, okay, example, okay, and then a user Rama will log in, okay. So I have some files on the desktop, some files on C drive, some files on some folders, okay, and Rama complains that my machine is slow. I wanted to format it, so his machine is formatted. That will lose the data, right? SCCM has to SCCM has to intently capture all this data, okay, and gets deployed to 7 and his required applications, okay, and his data, okay, so that user doesn't realize that there's nothing changed except the operating system. What?
Yeah, you didn't lose any data, right? Finally.
Yeah, he's not lose anything. Okay. Another method is, say example, I'll go with a blue one this time. The user has a very old model, okay, laptop, okay, and he has some data here, okay. So he wants to go with a new machine. We will issue a new machine tomorrow, okay, the session where apply the operating system, then the user settings or the data should also come here. Means he's not going to use this machine. Okay, simply we will wipe up later point of time, and then we will give back to Dell, as a restore settings. Okay, or the agreement back. Okay, we have to give the old devices to Dell after format, and then the new machine they provide, and all the operating system related settings and everything will come back here. Okay.
Got it.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is thing, okay. So how the two phases, one is the old to new and the same machine. The two phases, if we complete tomorrow, I mean the settings can be configured in an easy way, but takes the time. So isn't here 2 times machines to be built here, 2 almost, or 1 at a time at least. So which takes some more time. Okay, once this is completed, we'll jump into the MDT. How to do with the MDT, and then we'll jump into the advanced settings of operating system deployment in another class. And then
Deployment toolkit, right? MDT.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Raj.
Okay, so you have an idea, what we are going to do. Okay, guys, then, thanks for attending for today's session, and catch you, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.